Welcome to Let's Talk Football. We want to look into Chelsea transfer in the just concluded transfer window. Chelsea spent 328 million in the summer and still ended up with a positive balance of 4 million after getting 332 million from sales. Chelsea become the first Premier League team to earn 300 million in a single transfer window. It has never happened before. So most times, pundits, fans of other football teams will always want you to believe that Chelsea spend, over £1 billion in buying and signing players. But they forgot that what Todd Bowley and his partners have been doing is to, buy certain players, knowing full well that those players will not come into the team. So they buy you knowing that you are not going to play. They know that they will give you 1 season to, move around the team, get 1 or 2 minutes. And then after 1 to 2 seasons, they will sell you at a high price. Just like what they did in Renato Vega. Is it Renato Vega? Yes. Chelsea bought Renato Vega at a very cheap price and sold him at a very high price. And now that he's playing in Villarreal, Chelsea will still make money in future if another team comes to buy him. So Chelsea is the first Premier League team to earn at least 300 million in 1 transfer window. That is a massive sell. Pundit will not talk about it. When people are analyzing, they will not want to talk about it. So they only talk about how much Chelsea have spent, how they have been spending money. You see? So the transfer window was incredible. Todd Bowley, that guy and his partners, they are incredible in the business aspect of the Chelsea transfer. Since those guys came in, people only talk about how they have been spending money. People talk about they spend and they spend and spend, but they also don't talk about how profitable they have been. As of today, 3rd of September, Chelsea have registered all the new signings in Champions League squad. All the new signings, Chelsea succeeded in registering all of them, apart from the guy, the loan player from Brighton. So, but all the players Chelsea signed this season, they were all registered, successfully registered. So they did very well in this transfer window. They did incredible job. Pushed out all the players that needed to leave the club. So people really don't appreciate Chelsea to how they have been doing good business, successful business for the future. So these guys are securing those players, they are securing for the future. We still have a lot of players that next season Chelsea can also decide to sell them. Sell them and make more money and go back into the market and buy players. Tari George is still there. Maybe by January he will be leaving the club to another, big team. So Chelsea did an incredible job in this transfer window. They did very, very well. Now, 3 players are still, hanging around the club. Like somebody like Raheem Sterling, according to the report, Raheem Sterling now has to choose between Saudi Arabia, Turkish League, play in Premier League 2. It is up to him to decide what he want to do. The Saudi Arabian League is still open, Turkish League is open, or he play in Premier League 2. So I don't know the one he would prefer to go to. The truth is that it's not that the guy didn't want to leave Chelsea, but he never had an offer. There was no concrete offer. No club made an offer. They only make the inquiry. How much will it cost? Try to know 1 or 2, things. Know what Chelsea want. Know what the player want, and they walked away. They never came back. So Raheem Sterling is like, when you chew a bone, when you chew fish and a bone is hanging on your throat. That is just how Raheem Sterling is. Chilwell had opportunity. He went back. He went to Strasbourg, to start his career again. So it's a beautiful transfer for Chilwell, because knowing full that clubs that came, none of them really are really interested to pay him or buy him from Chelsea and take him to their club. But at the end of the day, Chelsea decided that the best solution is to sell him to Strasbourg. Yes, and balance the book. So what Chelsea did was sell him. According to what the information is, that his contract was terminated, but was sent, to Strasbourg. Because he has been very loyal to the team. He has never caused any issue, even knowing he's not playing. Remember, Chilwell is one of those players that contributed to our Champions League win. Yes, Chilwell and Reece James are these two players. They contributed so much to our last Champions League win. So Chilwell moving to Strasbourg is a good one for his career. It will allow him, you know, pick form. Probably he may come back to Premier League to play. But the 2 years contract he got is beautiful. An incredible transfer from the Chelsea board. They did very well in this transfer window. We have to give Chelsea their flowers. Todd Bowley the guy need to be appreciated. The guy, they know how to do the business. They know how to do business. This transfer window, Chelsea brought in, some good players. Joao Pedro, Jamie Gittins, Leon Delap, Garnacho, Jarahato, and this Bonanote. So these players are incredible players. There is another guy, another midfielder that is here, that is also missing here in this list. So, but they did a good job. Especially, I'm very okay with this Garnacho deal. Garnacho transfer is, one of those players I believe that Garnacho will do very well. Garnacho will do well in Chelsea. He's an incredible player. In fact, even if he doesn't perform to many of our expectations, I believe that Garnacho signing is a good one. If it doesn't work out in 2 years' time, Chelsea will fling him and Chelsea will still get his money. Because if you watch the transfer, what these Chelsea boys are doing, when they buy you, even if after 2 years, you still retain your market value. If the deal for Garnacho did not work, after 2 years, he still retained his value. Gerard Hato, the same thing. Leon Delap, looking at his age, the same thing. Jimmy Gittins, the same thing. Joao Pedro, the same thing. So all these guys, even if the transfer never worked out for them, they still have the opportunity to go to another club and Chelsea will retain their money. You see? So it's a good business strategy from Todd Bowley. How to keep, buy players at a very young age, at a good price, after 2 seasons. If it doesn't work, things doesn't work with, they let you go and you still retain your value. So what they are doing in the transfer market is incredible. So the Chelsea board, I can tell you, they did very well in the transfer window. They did well. They bought in, they sold. Now, there is this criticism of the kind of players Chelsea brought in during the transfer window. A lot of pundits, a lot of professionals expected Chelsea to go, after quality, like, let me not use the word quality. Let me say they are expecting Chelsea to go for experienced players that they are in their maybe 27, 28, 25, 26. Those are the kind of experience people are expecting Chelsea to go into the market and bring in. But the board have made it known that they are not going to sign those kind of players. They are going to sign potentials, players that they believe they are good. Yes, the boys, all these players that they have been bringing in, 21, 22, 19, 20, they are good players. You have to, how do people get experience? Is by playing. Yes, there are some players currently they have not played much minutes. It doesn't mean they are not good. Some of them can also be better than even some of the players that you want them to go and buy that have been playing, that have played for over 120 or 200 or 150 games. Yes. So some of the look at Joao Pedro. He's an incredible. That guy may end up becoming. In fact, right now is the best. Is according to sources, is currently the best. The best business done in the transfer window so far. It's the best. If not for the injury of Leon Delap, he may also become. We have Gerahato, Garnacho. Garnacho will shock a lot of people. A lot of people will look down on Garnacho. Garnacho will shock a lot of people. Garnacho is not that bad. The attitudinal issue people complain about is because of Manchester United. Every player in Manchester United have attitudinal issue. It's not only Garnacho. The captain of Manchester United have attitudinal issue too. So when you look at all the players in Manchester United, they all have attitudinal issue. It's not because of Garnacho. No, it's because of the board. The board has done some bad businesses that made some of the players, they are not happy. They are no longer playing to their strengths. So Garnacho is one player I believe that will fit into Maresca's system and he will shock a lot of people. Yes, he will shock a lot of people. I don't know what you think about the Chelsea transfer, but in my opinion, the board did very well. They sold over 15 players. Over 15 players left Chelsea Football Club. Few of them on loan, majority on permanent basis. Yes. So, kudos to the Chelsea board. Todd Boehly, Maresca, kudos. We wish them the best. Yes, we wish Chelsea the best in this season. We believe that they have what it takes, to compete and win the Premier League. They have what it takes. Right now, it is only, how many matches played? 3 matches played. Only 3 Premier League teams are unbeaten. Liverpool, Chelsea, and Crystal Palace. They are the 3 unbeaten teams. And check these 3 teams, how they finished last season. They finished the season very well. Liverpool won the league. Chelsea, finished top 4, won 2 trophies. Crystal Palace beat Man City, beat Liverpool, won 2 trophies. So the 3 of them who are currently unbeaten, check their record. Yes, they did very well last season. They did very well, and they are okay. That same form, they also continue with the same form. So I think that this transfer window was beautiful, and I believe that the new season will favor Chelsea. What do you think about the Chelsea latest transfer?